really.
Good evening. Welcome to the July 31st Health and Human Services Committee meeting. Is there anybody from the public that would like to address the committee? Seeing none, is there any changes to the minutes from last month's meeting? No. Okay, we'll move along into our resolutions.
The first resolution this late afternoon, amending the 2018 county budget to recognize additional state aid and authorize the amended agreement with the Children's Home in relation thereto.
Motion, please. Mr. Ferris, second, Mr. Maxson. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Next, appointing member to the Community Services Board.
Motion, Mr. Maxson, second, Mrs. Fitzpatrick. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Third resolution is authorizing agreement with the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee in relation to the New York State's Highway Safety Program grant.
Have a motion, please. Mr. Nabwanek, second, Mr. Doldal. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Pretty quick. There's some departmental reports here and staff present. Is there any questions, any other issues to come before the committee from the members tonight? I will say thank you very much for the very enthusiastic membership attendance tonight. Entertain a motion to adjourn. Mr. Maxson, second, Mrs. Fitzpatrick. All in favor? Yeah.
What is your thought about the
Oh, yeah, okay.
He was going to look into it a little bit more to see where things are going with that, as far as, something that can inform
like to call to order the July meeting of the Finance and Rules Standing Committee. This time, I'd like to ask if anybody would care to have the privilege of the floor. Seeing no one coming to the microphone, I'll say the minutes. So can would the minutes stand as, any corrections, additions, deletions to the minutes? None? They'll stand as presented. And at this time, we have a presentation from the Thompson Park Zoo Conservancy. I guess it's teamwork, right? The Executive Director, Mark Irwin, Executive Director Larry Sorrell, and the Board President, Mark Irwin. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Good evening. My name is Mark Irwin. I'm Chair of the Thompson Park Conservancy Board that operates the New York State Zoo at Thompson Park. With me is Lawrence Sorrell. He's our Executive Director and CEO. First off, I'd like to thank the legislature for their annual continued support of the zoo here in Watertown. We have been supported each year by approximately $50,000 for our operating, and we appreciate that very much. The New York State Zoo at Thompson Park is an important part of our community, and it's a critical piece recognized during surveys of the community that it does add to the quality of life in Jefferson County. The organization has struggled for the last 10 years or so, but we're on a good path now, and we're very excited about where we're going. In the last year, we've made some strides towards having signage across the site. So if you come to visit, you'll have new signs on a lot of the exhibits. We have redone the children's farm. You'll see a lot of changes there. And we have new staff leadership in place, and that is some stability that's going to bode very well for the coming years. The zoo is focused to conservation and education. That's our mission. That's why we're there. Nationally, looking at zoos, they're an important resource for schools. Kids come to the zoo to learn about animals, to connect with plants and the environment as well. We're recommitted to our mission in doing that. We want to do that for this community in a greater way. We have established a stable, knowledgeable team, and they're doing great work at the zoo now. As we add these structural elements to our operation, we're looking to expand our role beyond Jefferson County and also to integrate Fort Drum in a greater way. We currently have over 40,000 people come annually as a public attraction, and we have 600 to 1,000 members at any one time. Our Executive Director, CEO, Larry Sorrell, is going to summarize the proposed marketing plan that we're presenting to you tonight.
Thank you, Mark. Excuse me. Thank you, Mark. Let me add my thanks also to this body. It's certainly not a core service that the county provides, supporting Thompson Park Zoo, and we recognize that it is difficult in these very tight times to find the little pieces of money that's necessary to support quality of life within the county. So thank you very much for everything you have done historically and what I hope to be able to see continue for the Conservancy. It's easier to read here than up there. The plan itself, what the money would be used for if the legislature chooses to release the money, will be put together in collaboration with the Thousand Islands International Tourism Council. I think that's a critical piece to what we're doing. We're relying on and working with the expertise that we know exists in this area, doing a great job promoting the Thousand Islands, looking at the airport and their advertising, and by tapping into that and working closely with Gary and his staff, we think we will be able to produce the best plan over the next year or two to help really push the zoo forward and bring money into the county. It's important to recognize that it is a tourist destination and can be a greater one, bringing money from not only the Thousand Islands area along the river, but also outside counties, and bringing new money into the county and then turning that money over and over several times within the community is an important piece. The target audience is bordering counties, residents there, but also the tourists that visit those outside counties, plus the ones that come in along the Thousand Islands. And another element that's very, very important that we haven't tapped the way we want to is the Fort Drum population. It's a population that is inherently non-resident. Typically, they're here 3-ish years, and then they rotate out. So you effectively have an audience, for us anyway, that's close to 3 times the size of the resident population at any one time. We're making steps already to integrate them more effectively into what we're doing, and we want to be able to increase that participation. In working with Gary, we looked at several different areas of expenditure. The most important one in the immediate is our marketing asset development. We essentially have no high-quality photos, high-quality video, and other elements that would go into collateral material and advertising, print, video, etc., into social media that is well representing the zoo. So we're going to work with him and the resources he has available to collect and produce some great marketing assets. We're going to utilize social media. We are this fall going to use some of the money to supplement our ongoing special events. We'll be reserving some for the spring to get a good push in the spring, since it will be a late in our season approval if this body chooses to release the money. It's going to be very late in our season, so we're going to do some special event support in the fall, asset development, and then prepare for a big push in the spring. That timeline is reflected there, fall through spring, fall of 18 through spring of 19. Worked very closely, as I said, with Gary to put all this together, and I think we have a great plan that we can implement should you release the money. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg, for turning that off. I hate that reflecting off me. I was going to wear my hair, but... Larry, Mark, thank you very much. Larry, you seem to hit the points that needed to be hit. Good presentation. Does anyone have any questions for Larry or Mark? Thank you. Moving on to the business of the evening, Finance and Rules sponsored resolutions.
First one this evening is payment of legislator expenses.
Motion, please. Legislator McBride, Legislator Drake. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Next is appointing elections commissioner.
Motion, please. Legislator Nabalani. Legislator Fitzpatrick. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Third resolution is appointing county historian.
Motion, please. Legislator McBride, Legislator Drake. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. And we have an additional...
Correct. We have a fourth resolution that we've put on your desk. It's a tax tertiary, and as you, I think, recall from days gone by, 2 factors. One, there's a short window of time in which we have, once the court has made a decision, to respond without getting into interest payments. And then, secondly, if it's beyond, I believe it's 5,000, the board needs approval. Under 5,000, the auditor can make those adjustments. In this particular case, it's for $36,000 with regards to 342 Hotel Associates, which is in the town of Lorraine. But anyway, you have a resolution, we'd like to bring it forward and then take it to the board next week.
Motion, please. Legislator Nabawanek, Legislator Drake, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. On to General Services sponsored resolutions.
First this evening is amending the 2018 county budget and capital plan to recognize 2017 revenue from the passenger facility charges at the Watertown International Airport and the 2017-2018 revenue from the Fort Drum Residential Community Initiative.
Motion, please. Legislator Nabawanek, Legislator Fitzpatrick, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Next is authorizing agreements for the FAA, New York State Department of Transportation, and McFarland Johnson for the aircraft rescue firefighting building design and amending the 2018 county budget and capital plan in relation thereto.
Motion, please. Legislator Johnson, Legislator McBride, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Next, authorizing agreement with the FAA, New York State Department of Transportation, McFarland Johnson, and MB Companies Incorporated, and amending the 2018 county budget and capital plan in relation thereto.
Motion, please. Legislator Fitzpatrick, Legislator Nabawanek, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Authorizing agreements with the FAA, New York State Department of Transportation, and McFarland Johnson for runway 725 and intersection rehabilitation design, and amending the 2018 county budget and capital plan in relation thereto.
My God, these are wordy. I'm glad you're reading them, not me. Motion, please. Legislator Johnson, Legislator Drake, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Authorizing agreements for the FAA, New York State DOT, and McFarland Johnson for the terminal access road, and amending the 2018 county budget and capital plan in relation thereto.
Motion, please. Legislator Fitzpatrick, Legislator McBride, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Authorizing agreements with New York State DOT and McFarland Johnson for the air ambulance hangar at the Watertown International Airport, and amending the 2018 county budget and capital plan in relation thereto.
Motion, please. Legislator Nabawanek, Legislator Johnson, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Authorizing implementation and funding of the federal aid and state Marticelli program aid eligible costs for transportation federal aid project, appropriating funds therefore, and amending the 2018 county budget and capital plan. This is for County Road 152 over Stony Creek.
Motion, motion, please. Legislator Drake, Legislator Johnson, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Amending the 2018 county budget in relation to the Highway Department's CHIPS funding.
Motion, please. Legislator Johnson, Legislator McBride, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Accepting donations for Sheriff's Department K-9 unit and amending the 2018 county budget in relation thereto.
Motion, please. Legislator Nabawanek, Legislator Johnson, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Amending the 2018 county budget to recognize insurance recovery and allocating same in the Sheriff's Department's budget.
Motion, please. Legislator Nabawanek, Legislator Drake, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Recognizing the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services Program grant and amending the 2018 county budget in relation thereto.
Motion, please. Legislator Drake, Legislator Johnson, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. On to Health and Human Services Committee sponsored resolutions.
Amending the 2018 county budget to recognize additional state aid and authorizing amended agreement for the Children's Home in relation thereto.
Motion, please. Legislator McBride, Legislator Johnson, discussion. Hearing none? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. There are some other items, informational items attached. At this time, though, I would ask that we have a motion to go into executive session for the express purpose of collective negotiations pursuant to Article 14 of the Civil Service Law. Legislator Navalny. Second, Legislator Drake. All in favor? Okay, so we are in executive session.